defense cooperation, obviously Germany is now the third largest economy in the world. I think there's a lot of over-expectation on Germany. I could see it myself. Actually, I was invited as a group, not young leaders anymore, but actually it was a group of global South thought leaders. And that was the context of our conversation with the Chancellor, among others, in Berlin recently. So we have Britain, we have France, we have a lot of European powers getting very active here with their defense diplomacy. You know, the French are offering submarines here, the Spanish too. The French are going for a negotiation of reciprocal access agreement. The British send an observer to Balita for the first time last year. They want to build all sorts of different kind of defense cooperation. Where does Germany stand on this? I mean, you are an economic behemoth. You're an industrial power in many ways. But people don't hear much about your military or your military projection in this part of the world. Can you tell us a little bit about what's the real score?
Yeah, okay. To start with, maybe the good news is I think we are also slowly but steadily expanding our security relations with the Philippines and with the region in general. But let me talk about the Philippines. One thing is that I think the new administration came into power in 2022, and that was a game changer. Let's face it, under Duterte, we had no interest and, of course, no incentive to work with the Philippine military. Now, as we have our interests in this region, which we had before, security and stability in the Indo-Pacific region, we are happy to announce that the staff talks between the DoD here and the Ministry of Defense in Germany have been resumed in January this year. So we're the first high-ranking delegation from Germany coming to talk to the DoD here in the Philippines. One concrete result of that is not only that new soldiers from the Philippines have been sent to Germany for training purposes.
Right.
I think we have a number of 10, which is now in the first round of training going to Germany. But Germany will also invited to send an observer to the ongoing Balita exercise for the first time ever. And of course, we responded positively, and we have a high-ranking officer from Germany who now is here to observe the Balita exercise. And in addition to that, we have the so-called Indo-Pacific Deployment 2024, meaning 2 ships from the German Navy going around the world, but also in the Southeast Asian region here, coming to this region with a possible I say because it's not yet confirmed, port call also in the Philippines, namely in Manila. Yes. And then we have a established security cooperation with the Coast Guard. We've been equipping the Coast Guard with surveillance drones. You might remember the pictures when my foreign minister was here in January. She was on the ship of the Coast Guard, on the Gabriela Silang. She saw the drones and she made a test drive. That was very nice pictures.
Yeah, made good PR splash.
Made PR splash. And we are enhancing this cooperation because there's a second round now with more sophisticated drones, with the elaboration of a concept on drone use for the Philippine Coast Guard. All that with the aim to enhance the capacities and capabilities of the Coast Guard. But let me also maybe do some expectation management, because as you say, others are
going big,
are going big, trying to show themselves here as a military power. Let's face it, Germany is not and will not be a military power in the Indo-Pacific. Our capacities are stretched by the war in Ukraine. We will send observers here. We might send ships here and there, but a permanent military presence in this region for Germany is definitely not on the agenda for now and for the years to come. So I also have to say clearly,
manage expectations.
This is a limited engagement.